Hello everyone, this is number 3 and lab and homework 3 on page 178. I want to talk to you about a little about this is a short mini problem with it. It's very similar to where we left off in number 2. It's the same, pretty much same structure as number 2 with what you're looking at. When you look at there's still, if you look at that problem, write a program that prompts the user to enter the weight of a person in kilograms, and you're going to output the equivalent weight in pounds. I'll put both of the weight round up to the nearest to the 2 decimal places, which means that's the 10th and 100th position. And it says, note, 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So the format your output to 2 decimal places for me. Again, you go into this right here. And one of the things I want to talk about, the skeleton is still here. This is number 3, page 178, with it. It's very similar to number 2. Again, this is where underneath here, this is where you would actually put your equivalent 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So let me just give you some things to think about. You start with your const is your constant with it, and your data type is a double. Okay, you know it's a double. And then this is very important, how you name your identifier. Now this is pound in kilograms. So 2.2 pounds is how much will be in kilograms. If you look at the way how it's written, it's 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So how I'm going to word that is I'm going to do pounds underscore in underscore kilogram, okay, equal to 2.2. Okay, so this is my global constant that I'm declaring right here. Everything underneath that works very similar to number 2. You're going to declare all the variables. Hopefully you use the right data type as a double for the weight in pound, the weight in kilograms, basically your 2 identifiers. You're going to need this line right here. Everything after this line right here is going to format to the 100th position. You need to prompt the user for information, so you need to do a cout, ask the user what's their weight in kilograms. You're going to read that into the memory, store that into whatever variable that you declared up here, and then you need some sort of mathematical calculation. So how would you calculate that? Okay, so you would take the weight, assuming whatever the variables that I use up here, right? So let's say, for example, if I say I would use weight in this case, I'm going to use the weight in kilogram. I need to what? How do I do that? I need to multiply that with this identifier. Now this is very important that you use the identifier. Do not hard code 2.2 in here. All right, and all this needs to equal what? All this needs to equal the weight in pound, correct? So you actually take this and have it equal to the weight in pound. So I'm just going to do weight in pound. So that's how you actually do, assuming that hopefully you would do the weight in pounds and the weight in kilograms. Both of these are declared underneath of this section right here as a double, something like that. The next part is you need to display this, get this thing out to the screen. So tell me what is the equivalent weight in pounds is equal to this. So weight in pound would go somewhere on your display cout with that as well. Okay, so all that's for number 3, very similar to number 2.